Hey, what's up everyone? It's Patrick, and welcome to my guide to an aid of the Myreque on RuneScape 3. If you're doing this on old school RuneScape, I have a guide for that as well, link in the description below. I know there's a lot going on here and I'll break it down, but first, if you're an Ironman, there's a slide right after this explaining where to get everything, but for this one, the green and orange text is what you'll need. The white text are just side notes and things I recommend. If you couldn't tell by the amount of stuff on here, you can't actually carry all this stuff on you. So we're going to have to split it up, which is why I'm using different colors. You just start off with carrying the green stuff and keep the orange stuff in the bank for now. I'll tell you when to grab the rest of it unless you see that I make mention of something I call the general store method. This does not work for Ironman, by the way, due to a limit to buying things in a shop, but the idea is you bring most of the stuff noted and unnote them by selling them to a nearby general store and buying them back. Unfortunately, the only nearby general store is in Mort'ton, which requires partial completion of the Shades of Mort'ton quest, and you also need the potion from that quest to even interact with the general store owner. This is only worth it if you already have the convenience of using it, meaning you already have quest and potion. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I wouldn't even bother. The way that I go about this quest, this will only really save you one trip to the bank, but if you're going to do a general store method, you should note all your planks because I don't think you have enough space otherwise. If you're going to make the extra trip to the bank, then only take 6 planks for now. There's something I have listed on here that says 10 mackerels or 10 snails. I don't know which one you need because it varies, but you could get later when you bank, or you can obtain them yourself near the quest area during the quest, or bring them noted and use the general store. You'll also have to fight a few things in this quest, which will mostly be vampires, and they can only be harmed with certain weapons, all which are listed at the bottom of the items needed list. This is the same list of stuff, there's just additional white text explaining where to get everything for the Ironman. Everything else should be pretty self-explanatory, so feel free to pause if you need it, as I'm going to get into the quest now. To start the quest, you have to go to the Myreque hideout from the previous quest and search the Myreque, which can be accessed from two different places, one of them being the trapdoor behind the Canifis bar, and that's the easier way, but that would need to be unlocked first. You probably already have it unlocked, but if you're not sure, you can try it, and if not, you would have to go to Mort'ton and come from that way. I'll be showing you how to do it both ways, starting from the Mort'ton side. When you get to Mort'ton, you're going to board the boat to get to Hollows. From the Hollows, you're going to go north until you see a tree with a rope bridge. Click on a tree to cross the rope bridge. Behind the tree to northeast, there are wooden doors. Open them to go inside. And I want you to do one more thing before going to the actual hideout, and that is to head all the way north through the tunnel. Search the wall and climb the ladder, and that is all you had to do to unlock this trapdoor. Also, you should go unlock the Canifis low zone to the northeast before proceeding. If you haven't, it'll be very helpful throughout this quest and in future gameplay. So not everyone's on the same page. Climb down the trapdoor and search the wall to the south. Go to that little area that sticks down the east side. Squeeze past the stalagmites, talk to Valley of Hurts, and select the chapters right on screen and accept the quest. Enter the cave entrance to southwest. You want to pay attention to this part. We have to go to Mort'ton now, and I'm going to show you how to get there without a teleport. You'll probably need to do several times throughout the quest, and you also need to make it to the next location with at least one piece of food intact. In case you're running low and possibly worried about gas attacking you, you can go get some more from Canifis real quick before going. Anyways, obviously you come down from the trapdoor and search the wall as shown earlier, but then you go all the way south. Open the wooden doors over here. Go southwest to the tree with the rope bridge. Cross the bridge. Go south until you find the boat. There will be a transportation icon for it on your minimap. Take the boat to Mort'ton, and that's it. Then from Mort'ton, you're going to go south. We're actually going to another town called Burgh De Rott, which is actually where most of the quest takes place. So you're going to be coming here a lot. Talk to Florin through the gate. Search the chest and you get a message saying it looks like it used to hold food. Use any piece of food you have on it to put it in there. The villagers will take notice and you should be allowed past the gate now. Go to the bar to the southeast. Climb over the broken wall. Mine the rubble. Open and climb down the trapdoor. You'll find 15 piles of rubble around this area. You have to click on each one twice. The first time to mine it, then the second time to fully remove it. And you have to do this with all 15. The rubble gets stored in your buckets and each bucket holds 3 each, but do not drop the buckets in here. I think it might make them respawn or something. You also find various items within the rubble. You don't need any of that, but if you don't have inventory space, they make you clear out space for it first. So if you get any messages like that telling you to clear space, just do it. You can literally drop it right after. If you want to preserve nails for later parts of the quest, you can at least hang out to those, but what I had you bring originally should be enough. When you're done, it'll tell you that you cleared out the last of it and you get this cutscene. When it's finished, climb up the ladder in the northwest corner. Climb over the broken wall. You need to note 6 of your planks, by the way, if you're doing the general store method, and you can drop your buckets of rubble outside the building or something. Anyways, when you're ready, go to general store to the northeast, and no, you can't use this general store to note things. The whole purpose of what we're about to do is to get the general store up and running. Anyways, talk to Aurel and select the chat options right on screen. Go outside and climb up the ladder. Use a plank on the broken roof to repair it with 3 planks and some nails. Climb down and use a plank on the damaged wall to the east to repair with 3 more planks and some nails. Talk to Aurel and select the chat options right on screen to receive a crate. On the item list in the beginning of the video, I wrote that you need 10 macros or 10 snails. You don't get to pick, it depends on what he asked for. If you missed it, you can open your quest log to see. But whichever one it is, you have to put in the crate. If you're an Ironman, macros can be fished with 16 fishing and a big fishing net in the fishing spots in the southwest corner of the town. Snails can be killed around the Mort'ton swamp. Closest ones are in that path west of Mort'ton. They can be any kind, raw or cooked. Both locations are marked by yellow markers. You can also go to a bank now if needed, or you can go afterwards. While you're at a bank, do not get rid of anything except the buckets of rubble and whatever else you found in there if you haven't already. You put items in the crate by using that specific item on it, but you do not have to put in everything at once. When you have your 10 snails or macros in there, you'll also need to put in 10 bronze axes and 3 tinder boxes. With that, you should now have just enough inventory space to carry everything, but you still don't quite need everything just yet. You will have another chance to get them from the bank later, but I listed the next items that you should bring on screen for now. When you're ready, go back to the Burgh De Rott general store. I used the Canifis lodestone, then took the path with the underground tunnel in the boat. Talk to Aurel with his fully filled crate, and not that it matters to us now, but his store should now be usable. Go southwest to the bank, and once again, this bank is not currently usable in case you were wondering, but it's about to be. Talk to Cornelius and select the captions right on screen. Use a plank on the bank booth with a broken glass to repair with 2 planks, swamp paste, and some nails. Use a plank on the damaged wall outside to repair with 3 remaining planks and some nails. Talk to Cornelius and select the captions right on screen. Afterwards, the bank should be usable. Go directly east and ignore my inventory changing, by the way, you still don't need the rest of the stuff yet. Talk to Gabriella in this house and select the captions right on screen. Go east to furnace. Use a steel bar in the furnace to repair it using your 2 bars, then use a coal on it, and finally click on the furnace one more time, select the first caption that says yes to light it. You get this cutscene, then after the cutscene's over, you're about to head into his place where you get into a fight. So before going there, you might want to go to the bank and grab some food before continuing, as you have a lot more free inventory space now. You should also get whatever combat stuff you may be using, such as any gear, including a special weapon for the vampires, such as a silver sickle. That's an absolute must. And if you want a prayer potion and you have protect from melee, don't get rid of anything though. And when you're ready, go to general store. Talk to Gadderanks. Talk to one of the vampire Juvinates. Talk to Whisket, and the fight will start at the end of that conversation. Attack Gadderanks and the 2 Juvinates. Talk to Gadderanks, who's laid out on the floor after you beat him, and you get his Warhammer. Talk to Valley of Hurts. You now have to go to the hideout on their Canifis pub where you start the quest. You can use the Canifis lodestone and restock on combat supplies, especially food at the Canifis bank while you're at it, and use the trapdoor behind the bar. Squeeze past the stalagmites and talk to Valley of Hurts inside. You can ignore chat options and talk to Pomafi to the east. Dismiss any pets or followers you may have, then speak to Ivan and you'll get this map. They say Route 1 is easier, but I haven't noticed much of a difference. I selected 2 and still didn't have any issues. Either way, you run into some vampire Juvinates. You need to use the same weapon as you did before. Protect from melee still helps here and you just fight them. What I'm about to explain doesn't really seem to apply here, but in the past it's gotten tricky because the vampire's main focus used to be on Ivan, who you have to keep alive. Meanwhile, he's really weak. I thought that was a bit odd, but in case that happens as in they attack Ivan, what I used to do is attack them first and alternate attacks between the two to keep their aggro on me instead of Ivan. When successful, Ivan will be here with you in Canifis. Enter the mausoleum entrance to the west. Talk to Drezel and select the captions right on screen to get a key. Use the key on the keyhole in the northeast corner to open a trapdoor, then climb down. Search the bookcases until you find the book called The Sleeping Seven, then flip through the book. Go to Canifis Bank and take out the remaining items you need for the quest, which I list on screen. You can exit using the ladder in the northeast corner of the room, or you can just use the Canifis lodestone. Then when you're ready, go down the trapdoor behind the Canifis bar. Search the wall. Smash the wooden boards to the southeast. Enter a new cave entrance. Go to the eastern side of this area. Use your soft clay on the coffin to create a rod mold. Go to any furnace. I went to the one out grid. Click in the furnace. Under casting metals and glass on the left, select the silver bar. Then in the middle section, select the Silvthrill rod and begin project in the bottom right to make it. Cast level 1 enchant from your spellbook on the rod. Go to the area underneath Paradomus where Drezel is. Go to the well in the middle room. Use a rod on the well to create the Rod of Ivandis. Go to the bar in Burgh De Rott. Climb over the broken wall. Climb down the trapdoor. Talk to Valley of Hurts and select the chapters right on screen. And that's going to be the end of the quest. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos to come. If you haven't already, catch you later. Peace.